Okay, here we are. Content, your final step. You've already provided the cities, or you chose the 200 largest cities, because this is the biggest package we have, and you've chosen your 15 keyword phrases. So the final step is the content, and the content can be even easier because you have an option to provide it yourself or have us write it for you. Now keep in mind, it is for 35 paragraphs. Why that many paragraphs? Because this content is being shared between 3,000 pages. So we do need to have a lot of content. So right here in the drop down, you have the option to say, I will write the content, which means you will input all your content in this box, or you can choose Easy DIY writes the content, and it's a one-time charge of $350 to have us write the content. So what do we do when we write the content? It'll actually be written by an SEO content writing specialist. We will research competitors that are coming up on page 1 in your industry to see what they wrote. We absolutely can't copy that. We have to change it completely, but we want to see what they've done. We'll also research your website and put together 35 great paragraphs. That's going to be strong content to support your pages. So you can have us do it for $350 as a one-time fee, or you can provide it. Let's focus on, if you are choosing to do it yourself, what you need to do. So first thing is, the most important thing is your paragraphs must be unique and not copied or duplicated from anywhere else. That is a super important tip. So you can't take existing pages on your website, copy, paste, and say, here you go. This has to be newly written information. Each paragraph, should make sense about what you've done, and with, being an independent paragraph. So you're not writing like 5 paragraphs in the row that one is a continuation of the previous, where it has to be read in order, because these won't always be kept in order. It goes through a random population through our technology. So make sure each paragraph is independent of one another, and don't give a 2-sentence paragraph. These have to be 4, 5, even 6 sentences long to be solid paragraphs. So let's look at a couple that I have here as examples. So here's a solid paragraph for the garage floor company. So they're writing about themselves, and one of our tips would be, if you're writing your content, write about the 5 W's. That's the who, what, when, where, and why about your business. So just remember that, the 5 W's. Also, you want to talk about different brand names that you install. So if you're putting in garage door openers, if you're dealing with certain type of window installation or certain types of roofing materials, you want to put that into your content. If it didn't make the cut for your keywords, because you only could choose 15 keyword phrases, put these different brand names or product names in your content. So let's look at another paragraph. Here's one from a company that has hair replacement. So sometimes you'll have the little line for typo, but that's their company name, so not a big deal. You can ignore that. But good paragraphs. They're using words like hair regrowth because that's what they do. Therapy, that's going to be one of their keywords actually. So strong content is always key. In fact, I believe on this one, we provided the content. On the epoxy, they did it. On this one, we did it. Let's look at another paragraph from the epoxy. And this is how you'd have them all entered here. You can write them out in Notebook or in Word and then copy and paste them over. Make sure you save a copy of everything. You don't want to just handwrite it here, submit for whatever reason in the digital world. If it gets lost, keep a copy in your Word or Notepad. So another one, look, they're using specific keywords as far as epoxy, because someone might say, these keywords in their search for what they want on their flooring. So that is key. Let's jump back to another paragraph for the hair replacement company. And there we go. So that's a bit of a shorter paragraph. We want to see them a little longer than this. But talking about laser light therapy, scientists, physicians. So a lot of different words that are talking about what they do, which Google might take their title, so the keywords that the 15 that they're targeting, and combine it with these different keywords, just all depending what the person types in. So that is super important because content pays dividends. If you have strong keywords in your content, it will pay strong dividends in the future as Google crawls deeper and deeper, and you start coming up for not just hundreds or the 1,500 different pages, but possibly 5 to 10 keywords per page times 3,000 pages. That is a ton of traffic. So there you have it. Ultimately, we write here, writer's block, talk about the 5 W's. And once you've completed this step and putting in the content, whether you chose us to write it for you or if you're doing this yourself, and once you complete the content, make sure you keep a copy of everything. You will click finish and we will be notified of all the information here. And then your coach will be in touch with you to make sure you've chosen strong keywords and to go over everything, sanitize it, make sure everything is A-OK. And you're well on your way to nationwide domination with the Nationwide Target 3000 package.